In this video, we're going to edit a numeric value of a part of an ini file, a configuration file. Okay, so I'm going to make my form border style fixed tool window, and we're going to add a button, call it set, button set, and we're going to add a numeric up-down box. Call it nud input, and we're just going to add a label in there, and our GUI is complete. If you don't want the label to show up in IntelliSense, then set generate member to false. And typically I don't put colons after my label name unless the associated control is under the label. Otherwise, there's really no point. So let's take a look at the AI ini file. I'm going to paste it into my debug directory. Okay, so we want to set a value here. So we're going to set this max morale value, and that's a decimal number. In our case, it's only going to be no more than 2 decimal places after the first whole number there. And that's how we're going to accept it. Okay, so I'm going to copy that into code so I don't forget. I typically just exit windows maliciously, so I usually have ways of, not needing to open them again. Okay, so we need to set our label text, so max morale, label text, good. Let's set our decimal places here to 2 and hit the set button. Now what we want to do is create a try catch. And after that, we want to load the file to text, so string.text is equal to file. Got to import the namespace. And we're going to use the read all text method. Okay, so ai.ini. I'm going to create a constant, actually. So constant string file name is equal to ai.ini. And I do believe that's right, should be, okay. And that's all we need to do for read all text. Now we have our text. Now we need to find this max morale line here. So we're going to write a pattern, so constant string pattern, and I'm just going to space that out. Okay, let's just paste this in there. Max morale, and the equal sign does not need to be escaped. Now we're going to make a character group, digit and periods. It basically just says that it could have any assortment of periods and digits, which is incorrect, but it's not really a big deal. Okay, and one more of these, and now we need to find it. So match. Going to import the regex group or namespace here. Match is equal to regex dot match input. What is my input? The text here. And my pattern is pattern. And what else? Regex options. Ignore case. Okay, so if match dot success, then text. First, let's get our index. Just going to save some typing. Well, make it look a bit nicer here. Going to get our match group. Sorry, I forgot my group. Let's add this group in here so we can identify the position of the number of the configuration. So let's do that. So named group number. Okay, and match.groups number index. So we just got our index, the start position of this found number in our match. Now let's do the same thing for length. Now that we have this, we can remove the number, the pre-existing number, and replace it with something new. And you may be able to use some match evaluator thing with the regex replace method, but this is just a lot simpler. Well, simpler in a way, not necessarily more elegant. Okay, so let's do it. Text is equal to text dot remove. We're going to remove this number here, this found number, specify the index and the length, and now we're going to put in our own number. Text.insert using the start index that we have up top and the value that the user has inputted. Numeric up down value to string. Cool. Now all we need to do is save it to file. So file dot read all text, write all text, and we're going to supply our content. Whoops, path comes first and then the content. So our path would be our file name constant up here, and then the content. I'm just going to open up the file after we write to it. Process start file name. Okay, I'm going to make a copy of it. Okay, going to set it to 5.05. And we're going to scroll down here and we've got max morale is equal to 5.05.